Yo, what is up, guys? Back for this Monday slate. Hopefully, you guys all had a good weekend. Let's get right into it. We have a 9-game slate for today. So before we get started, please be sure to drop a like on the video and subscribe if you have not already. I do appreciate that. Starting off at pitcher today, we really don't have any ace except for Price. A lot of teams are starting their 5th starter now, so it makes sense that there's not a ton of great pitching options. The first guy I like is Julio Urias of the Dodgers at just 8,700, a lefty. Going up against the Giants, their Giants offense is just absolutely abysmal. I'm going to be picking on them a lot this year. Julio has been excellent in the spring. He's a top prospect for the Dodgers. The spring, he had just a 1.72 ERA, just a .51 whip. He held opponents to just a .098 batting average. He has really, really good stuff. The Giants' offense is going to struggle to score 3 runs most games. He's playing at home. They should get a lot of run support here. With the lack of pitching options, he's probably one of the top options of the day. So at 8,700, I love him. Second guy I like is Matz at 8,300. Definitely going to pick on the Marlins as well. Marlins offense also is not good at all against lefties. Matz shut them down 3 times last year. I know Matz has not had a good spring, but that doesn't scare me too much given the matchup here in Miami. So if he's going to get hurt, he gets hurt with the home runs. And I think this ballpark is going to condense the home runs, especially with the lack of power on the Marlins team. So I think at 8,300, he does have upside. And I think this is a really good first start for him to kind of put away the bad spring. So my favorite stacks for today is going to be Houston, obviously. They're going in Texas against Drew Smyly. After the start, he's probably not going to be smiling too much during the start because I expect the Houston bats to just absolutely crush him. Texas, the ball flies. It's going to be pretty warm there, and the Houston offense is really, really good. They were really, really good on the road last year. So I like Alex Bregman first. They're pretty expensive on DraftKings, so it's hard to fit in like a bunch of them, but I'm going to pick up the 2 guys that really have great stuff against lefties. First guy is Alex Bregman, one of the best hitters in the league last season, especially against lefties. He hit .315 against lefties last year, go with a .567 slugging, and a .253 ISO. So a 5,000 dual position eligibility. He's going to be pretty popular, but I really, really feel like the upside outweighs the price tag on him. So I'm going to probably match the Astros stack with the Mariners stack. The Mariners have been absolutely crushing the baseball this year. They're scoring over 7 runs per game so far this season, and they have played about double all the other teams as they did have the Japan series earlier this year. Their lineup top to bottom is really, really solid. They have speed with Malik Smith and D. Gordon. They have power with Jay Bruce, Domingo Santana, Mitch Haniger. They have just really, really good contact hitters as well. So I like Tim Beckham here at shortstop. He's really, really cheap at 3,600. I mean, you have Freddie Galvis priced above him. You have guys like Freddie Galvis priced above him. You have Ahmed Rosario. You have Willy Adames. So just a really, really cheap price tag for a guy that's been absolutely crushing the baseball to start this year. He's hitting .435 to go with a .913 slugging percentage this season. Hitting in the 6th spot, it's a really, really good spot for him and the Mariners. I really like the stack. They're pretty cheap on DraftKings. Chris Stratton is a below-average pitcher. And even though I don't expect Tim Beckham to continue hitting they have a .913 ISO, but I do expect him to continue playing well. He was a first-round pick. He didn't have a good season in Baltimore last year, but it's a great bounce-back spot, and he has been looking really, really good if you have been able to watch any Mariners games. So I love him. Another guy that I like in the outfield of Houston is George Springer. So he's hitting leadoff, a leadoff hitter with his high total in Texas on the road. So you know they're going to get their extra 9th inning at-bats. That's another really important thing. Getting extra 9th inning at-bats on the road is guaranteed. If you're playing at home, then obviously you only get 9th inning at-bats if you're trailing or the game's tied. But with this high total, I expect Springer to get probably 5 at-bats in this one. And 5 at-bats against a lefty he has really crushed lefties compared to righties in his career. He's hitting a .516 slugging percentage against lefties to go with a .238 ISO against lefties. And especially against Drew Smyly and the terrible Rangers bullpen. I love George Springer. And then I'm going to continue going with Seattle with Malik Smith. So I played him a lot when he was with Tampa Bay last year. I like playing him just because he hits leadoff. He has 40 stolen base upside. When he gets on base, he's always looking to steal. Steals are worth heavy on both DraftKings and FanDuel. He's also already hit a home run this year. He only hit 2 all of last season. Don't expect him to continue crushing home runs, but I do expect him to get singles, steal. He can also, if he hits one in the gap, he can get triples. So there's a lot to like here with Malik Smith against Chris Stratton. He has good numbers against righties in his career, and last season he hit almost 300 for the Rays. So I think it's a really good spot to target some of the Mariners to go with the Astros. So that is all I got for you guys for today. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Drop a like if you enjoyed, and good luck tonight.